Telecom startup ReWare is tapping into the growing smartphone market by offering repurposed, pre-owned Samsung and iPhones to value-conscious consumers. ReWare sources phones internationally, which are then repurposed and sold to South African consumers at affordable prices. With us in studio today is Nothando Moleketi, who's the co-founder of ReWare. Good to have you with us today.
Thank you for having me.
It's a fantastic initiative, and one that when I read about it initially, I was a bit surprised as to how people might actually repurpose hardware, as the name of the company suggests. But how did ReWare come about?
So my business partner, Felix Martin Aguilar, and I launched into the telecom space through a smartphone buyback business. And what happened is, consumers, the number one question we got was, where can we buy those phones that you're buying? So that was number one. Then we've seen this ecosystem in other markets where you sell certified pre-owned as well as buying smartphones. The key thing here was, what is the right timing for this? That, coupled with the fact that the online classified sites, you see a lot of buying and selling. So we thought, let's formalize this and use a strong retail footprint. So that's more or less how it came about. And it's also about the timing. So the economic climate is tough at the moment. So that means that South Africans are more conscious of how much they spend. And that is, you know, a good thing for us, because we're bringing you a Samsung and an Apple iPhone at a more affordable price than brand new.
Exactly. I'm one of those South Africans who doesn't mind compromising on the price, but the quality certainly needs to be maintained. How do you ensure that the quality of the goods that you receive from abroad actually is in line with the desires of your consumers?
Yeah. I mean, for a new brand, that's the most important thing, is the quality and building trust. So number one was the brands that we chose. So we chose the leading brands, which are Apple and Samsung. The second thing is, our suppliers are trusted international suppliers, so that, you know, we're guaranteed that the people we are buying from are held accountable, you know. Then number three is, we buy specific grades to ensure that all of the devices we receive are operationally functional. And that's the key thing, because we offer a 1-year warranty on all of our devices. And in order to uphold that warranty, we need to buy a specific grade.
Sure.
But then we do a diagnostics on all of the devices that come into our warehouse. So we know exactly the pedigree of every single device, what needs to be repaired if need be, and then we do the relevant repairs, do the repackaging of the devices with new accessories. So that's a new USB cable as well as plug.
Wow. Tell us about the typical consumer that you might happen to serve. Is it someone as uptight as me who keeps her purse strings quite tightly closed?
Yes, you're definitely one of the people that we are targeting, but it's so broad. So we've kind of divided it up into a couple of niches. So number one is someone like yourself and myself who have quite tight purse strings. Number two is the youth market. You know, consumers who know that they want a Samsung Galaxy, they want an Apple iPhone, but unfortunately the price point of buying a brand new is a bit too steep. Number three is someone like my uncles and aunts who have kids who want their first phone, and they are also very brand conscious. So that's some of our target market, as well as, you know, we found that the older ladies, like my grandmother, is part of a church group, and what they find is that there's WhatsApp. So, you know, before we thought she just needs a phone to phone us.
SMS is too complicated.
No.
Not for them these days.
No, not at all. So it's giving functionality. So we're targeting a consumer that is looking for functionality at an affordable price point.
You did earlier allude to the retail distribution that you have, because fundamentally you can have these individuals in a demographic that you're looking to tap into, but you need some kind of distribution facility to do that within which. Tell us about the partnership with Edgar's as well as other initiatives in order to get these products out to consumers.
Exactly. So I mean, the key thing for us was the partnership with Edcon, which is the biggest retailer. So the key thing there is, they said to us, this is something that's at the right price point. Our consumer would like it. And we were looking for someone who has the sort of presence that they have. So currently we're in 14 Edgar stores countrywide, as well as CNA Online, which delivers countrywide. So it's tapping into those areas where we haven't reached you quite yet. Then CNA Online is for you.
Looking at the future, you did touch on the global economic climate at the moment, and naturally you're getting these phones from abroad, currency volatility. What's the outlook like for your business going forward, especially given the ongoing pressures that consumers will also be under?
Yeah, so I'll answer two prongs. So from a consumer perspective, what we're looking at is increasing our footprint, so increasing our rollout with Edcon, as well as looking at having a standalone store, launching our own e-commerce platform, and then in the long term, looking at launching across the continent, because that's a key thing. The second part of your question, in terms of the business, you know, it is, like you said, it's a tough economic climate with the rand doing what it's doing. But the key thing here is having suppliers who understand the price fundamentals of our market, as well as understanding as new phones come out, the price point of the older phones does come down slightly. So we can manage that and get to a price point that's appealing to the South African consumer.
Nothando, we wish you all the best going forward in your endeavors, and I certainly hope that there will be increased traction when it comes to ReWare.
Thank you very much
for your time. That was Nothando Moleketi, who's the co-founder of ReWare.